I had a client I was going to see that was on the verge of calling off her wedding. And the reason was because she said that her partner finally revealed to her that he didn't want what she wanted. And her question to me was, can you love someone but just not want what they want or not agree with what they want? And the answer to that is yes, a resounding yes. In fact, it happens many times. It particularly is caught when you're planning an event such as a wedding or maybe an engagement or a dinner party or talking about having a child. Things like this are opportunities for couples to grow, because just because your partner doesn't want what you want doesn't mean that they don't love you or that the relationship is off. It simply means that you have to take it apart. In today's video, I'm going to help you explore that and take it apart so that rather than hearing them say, I don't want you, or feeling rejected, you'll understand that what you want isn't what they want, and they're falling back into old patterns of almost regressing sometimes. Because when we're stressed and we can't say what we want, many times we go back to childlike behaviors we learned growing up or we saw modeled for us by our parents. So what do you do in the case of a wedding? If you're talking to your partner and all of a sudden they start sounding like they don't want the wedding, that they don't want to commit, that they're not ready, because those things can always happen if the wedding is going in a direction that they don't want, or the plans. So first of all, what you need to do is you need to find out what's important to you and the reasons you want what you want. I'm saying that because many times what you want is something you see in society or something you see with your friends. For example, you might want a particular type of wedding or wedding dress, or, dinner that you're serving, or group that plays in your wedding. If you know why you want this, that's important. So many people are influenced by what their parents did or their mentors for marriage did, and they want to follow that. But that's not always the advice, because if you're going to take a stand, in other words, you're going to stand on the hill and say, this is what I want, you better be sure it's for reasons that are meaningful or valuable for you, and that you're not being seduced by what society tells you is good or what society approves of. Sometimes when couples get into big conflicts and one of the partners acts like he or she doesn't want to commit, it's because they feel like they're being forced into something that isn't really authentic to their partner either. It's something their partner feels is right with society pressures or wants to post on social media, and those are not the good reasons to make big choices for the two of you, especially in something like how you're going to celebrate your wedding day. That's a very significant day. Secondly, invite your partner or the other person to look at what's important to them and why they want it. I say the other person because sometimes this happens with really good friends, and they're not so much as partners, but they're really close. They may even do business together. It's very important that you create a space where they can tell you exactly how they feel, and you're not going to judge them or attack them or make them feel shameful about what they feel is the right thing for them. Listen in a neutral, loving heart. This is so important. Your partner may tell you, well, my parents spent all their money on getting married and then they ended up getting divorced, and I'm scared. I'm afraid that, a big wedding is going to put us in some kind of financial duress, and this will start our marriage on already we're stressed out about money. Coming to the point of what it is, why you backed up, why you didn't go along or you resisted your partner. It's very important you're honest at this point, and you don't have to apologize for it. You don't have to say I'm sorry or I feel bad about this, because how you feel is rich. It's extremely important to your partner. So speak up. And partners, it's important that you give them a space for that, because sometimes we get emotional and we do attack, or we do say things we later regret, if we're really trying to listen and feel closer to them with what's going on in their feelings, or the origins of their feeling. And I think lastly, when you focus on understanding, and it creates love and respect, and come together co-creating. Maybe your partner is terrified of a big wedding and you want a big wedding. And so, what will be something the two of you can create that will be meaningful and manageable for your partner, and meaningful and precious for you? I think when couples work together, they really do create the best scenario. When you love someone but you disagree with them, or you can't accept what they want, that's an opportunity. It should never be a line in the sand. It should be an opportunity to understand more, to grow deeper in connection, because you're more honest and authentic. And let's face it, that's what being a healthy couple is all about.